Welcome to episode 15. So, Nationalist China grew a little bit. We also claimed Indochina. That worked. We also claimed the Pacific bases here, which, to be honest, I don't want. That's kind of an accident. And in Indochina, there's still French troops left. So, these people need to go. We also have a situation here towards Pakistan and India, which need to be liberated, obviously, but we might not do that in this episode. If you look at the territory here, this is hard to come to get into. So we will have our problems penetrating this. We'll try though. There's also the case of the border against the Soviet Union that needs to be reinforced in Xinjiang here. Most of it is desert. There's some valuable territory here in case a war gets declared at some point. There's also the Japan situation. So we're sitting in 1940, and still Japan and Nationalist China are not at war. We might need to help out with that. But the top priority is probably down here, to our south. For now, Siam is not in the Axis yet, and it's not in the Allies, but I think we should probably conquer them and give them back their claimed territories here. They have some claims on the United Kingdom. I don't know, probably not here. Well, somewhere. Up here, for example. And they can also have back whatever we have up here, right? We don't care much about that. That said, Indochina as well might be released at some point. But first we want to build some infrastructure here. To not rely on transport by ship anymore. So, let's get this done. First of all, we need to look at these checkboxes. And I also want to look at the research here. Some officers are probably okay. That's fine. We can also use some diplomacy, obviously. And the espionage, well, that could do with some improvement too. On the other hand, there's 13 spies available. Let's see. Let's set this to this. Okay, there's that. Is there any news on the intelligence section that I missed last episode? That's all okay. That's probably overdoing it, isn't it? Same here, we killed off all the spies. Maybe we will find some additional tech. But in general, we're starting to get into a phase of the game where most of the counter-espionage will be pretty high, and we will not stand a chance of stealing technologies anymore. If we do, we get really lucky. Also, some of the nations are just not up to our standard anymore. Okay, so we need to settle the affair in Indochina. First of all, we need to avoid an invasion here, if we can. There's a few people around here that might help with that stuff. So let them go here. We'll just transport a unit over here. There are any garrisons in production? Yes, some. These ships are much more important than the anti-aircraft stuff. So let's get rid of that. It's just a case of prioritizing. I realized that I wanted to finish those, but you know, we don't necessarily need them. Not important at all. Now, obviously I can sort this, but who cares? Doesn't matter much. We also want some of these upgrades to be done at some point. Over here, there's the case of defending the border against the Soviet Union versus going down here towards the United Kingdom. So we will go into the United Kingdom controlled territories. It will probably not do much though. Down here, we should probably try to fill the harbors in Indochina, at least. Kick the French out. Okay. Ooh. There's There was a ship out here, wasn't it? Let's go for naval strikes in that case. Look at what we found. Or not. Come on. Here there was a bombing. Great. We would just put this to the general theater. Here we go. Am I willing to risk it? Transport them down there? Probably, yeah. Oh, this is controlled by Vichy now. Okay. Well, it's not controlled by Vichy, it's controlled by us. But we need to relocate some troops down there. There's also the case of the militia. We could probably use some of these down here too. Let's put them to Nanning for a while. I think there was some spare militia over here. Yeah, some. That's the Yunnan army in its entirety. Let's put this up here. I don't think we need all of them. Oh, they are already sitting here. No, the spare militia's here. These guys, they can probably go down here, help in Indochina. We will have a hard time transporting all of them. Yeah, and this province needs to be captured. Hopefully no problems will arise. That's fine. There is also another question. I'm not sure if I set up the messages correctly for naval battles. Have a look. This in units. It's combat probably. Yeah, I did. So I set this up to be displayed. If one of our navies attacks the enemy or is attacked by the enemy. This is really important in Hearts of Iron. Some people consider this gamey. I consider this part of the game, and not much else. It's about the game being paused once you are engaged in a naval battle, so you can control to withdraw them. And that's something I should have done in a previous episode when we lost that capital ship. I just didn't set up the game in a correct manner. So that's on me. All this stuff is more or less fine. I'm starting to think, these guys, we should probably deploy them up here. And have them push into these territories. Well, we don't know about the infrastructure yet, but I think they will be just fine. They are attached to the Beiping Corps in general. Well, let's keep it like that for now. A garrison, fantastic. So we need additional garrisons down here. We'll just deploy it here. Put it onto the Beiping HQ. Put somebody in here. Nope. Load them onto a ship. And ship them down here. And hopefully nothing bad will happen. And what with this army? Well, good question. We can probably use some reinforcements up here. There's only 4. Okay. So first of all, you can probably go up here and reinforce the city. Oh no, did I unattach all? I unattached all, didn't I? Yeah, great. Okay, I'll do this once we get out of this province. I need to reattach them, obviously. Like him, it's easy. He should be attached to Chiang Kai-shek's army. What is this? Sitting in Heijin. It's called the Northern Army, apparently. Yeah, that's better. Did I catch everyone? Seems like it. Okay. And these people down here, whilst they form a nice little army, I don't know if we need them just yet. I guess we need them for the CM situation. In the end, it's a delayed doctrine. That's fine. So let's put him to nunning. Why not? What's going on over here? Everybody's arrived. Everybody's happy. Well, these guys can definitely go. So let's push them a little bit. You guys, you're more or less there. Get in there. How about you? We have some combat going here. There also should be air units somewhere. Forgot about those, didn't I? So he's not doing anything useful. Those are interceptors. These are medium bombers, not doing anything useful. And these are in Italy right now. And they're not doing anything useful either. That said, there's stuff to be done down here in Africa. So why not help out a little bit? Let's rebase those. He's at max skill though. Yeah. So they now belong here. We won the battle in the northern parts of India. Or Pakistan, however you want to put it. I'm not sure where it belongs to right now. And we will just do ground attacks everywhere. And try to push the British out of Northern Africa. Helping the Italians. An argument can be made that we should probably do this a second time with another set of bombers. But I'd rather have them support us. That said, there's no way to support our troops right now. There's no airbase here. So I guess we need to wait a little bit with that. And these guys are already ordered to attack. These guys? Well, I guess they can get in there too, right? In fact, let's strategically redeploy them. Okay, so the question is, it's March. Most of our troops are on their way. We have decent garrisons in most places. I might regret this, but I don't want to wait. Especially not with the Japan situation. This is just not viable. Mid-term or long-term, that is. So we will put these to the HQ, load them onto the single transport ship that we own, put them down here. Hopefully no British ship will come around. We do not have a problem with Japanese ships yet, but you see where this is going. We need to get rid of Japan. And afterwards, well, not afterwards, we will also need to tackle the CM problem. I don't want to keep them that way. Which might just bring us into a conflict with the Soviet Union. There is no passable border here, as far as I'm aware. There might be somewhere. Let's have a look. This? I don't know if this goes anywhere, though. There might not be infrastructure in here. We'll just push one of the horses in there or something like this. And this situation here with the Soviet Union obviously is a little bit of a problem. Or it might be. It might become. Put it that way. But we can just leave one of these divisions here, maybe. Or just put something else in there. Militia should be easy to deploy and rather fast. Say, from Gulmund. So, we want to have something at the Russian border? Sure. Let's build some militia. In parallel, maybe. They should be finished sooner rather than later. And let's also build some militia brigades there. In series is fine. He says, and puts it in parallel. In series is fine. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. These things can be built later, again. The militia is more important. Well, these two can be finished, that's fine. Now, all the ports have been done. The transport ship is still alive, which is great. The militia is not around available yet. These guys, I guess they can remain here, but the further away we get them from Japan, the better. So I'd rather put them in here. They're Luangwil and Shantou. That's probably here, isn't it? Somewhere. Or not. But it was. Well, our problem with the transports is really hard to get rid of at this point. Garrisons getting there. That seems reasonable. Maybe you can finish the airport. So we have this stuff sorted. And there's a few garrison brigades. Okay, this is all brigades. Let's put this in here. Let's put this in here. At some point, Hearts of Iron is lots of small tasks that you want to do if you micromanage all of this. I kind of enjoy this. It doesn't make for decent YouTube content though. Yeah, so primary concern right now is to get rid of this province that has been claimed by France. We will be able to do that though. Not a big thing. Afterwards, we need to secure the ports down here, and we will put the militia down here to start an attack on Siam. Over here in the North African zone, we are bombing whatever we can. Whatever's available gets bombed. So that's totally fine. I don't expect much in terms of fighters here, so no problem. And in this zone, we will try to put some pressure on the British, but not much. Which leaves us with a lot of troops here, and no Japan to speak of that does anything. And obviously Japan wants to be included in the Axis. They just don't know it yet. And given the fact that some of this territory is ours, there's one viable solution to all of this. There's Japan. Japan is still more or less part of the Axis. It's just not part of the Axis yet, but it's so closely aligned. it provides strategic resources and whatever. Also, Luxembourg has finally been conquered. Congratulations on that. Can you push Belgium too? Apparently not. Belgium is still not part of the Axis for some reason. Yeah. So all of this situation here is not that important to us. What's important to us is to get China to to a decent size, right? So once the cavalry is up here, we will probably help with that, won't we? Push the Japanese a little bit further away here. Get Korea as a puppet, and maybe Japan too. Japan will be really hard though, because we will have to do naval landings, and we don't have the troops for that. So it might be a very extended, prolonged conflict, and we might do strategic bombing or something instead. I also want to get Taiwan, obviously. There's no way, I think, to put this in a politically correct manner, but it's part of the core territories here of nationalist China, so we want to conquer Taiwan. There is also a strategic effect here. Somewhere the Taiwan Strait. So we need to get Taiwan under control for research efficiency and supply throughput. And the same with the Chile Gulf. Chile Gulf is up here. Basically, once we got all of Korea, if I'm not mistaken. It's more or less this in here. Gives a big fat bonus too. So it should be our primary focus. Also, these guys do not find any fleet, it seems. So, let's put them on convoy raiding instead. Whilst I'm not very fond of the amount of garrisons in here right now, the Japanese will probably not start in Indochina. And if they do, we can consider ourselves lucky because Indochina is separated. More or less. There might also be some revolts down here. We don't know about those yet. Yeah. So, will we crank the speed a little bit? Sure. Let's have a look at this though. They are in here, that's fine. You guys are still attacking. And you guys are still arriving, which is okay. So there should be entire HQs here. Yeah, entire core. This is over the river and into a mountainous area. I'd rather not. This though, against Bhutanese forces, we probably stand a chance. Yeah, we probably do. He's at max level, level 3. Great. Off to a great start. How's the 4-star HQ doing? Or whatever. Oh, there's even an army group here. Well, the army group is still not at max. And the army itself, not at max either. So I guess the army group can remain up here. There's the theater. Okay. Guess that's okay. Militia's finally arriving down here. And obviously we need a few more garrisons. Given that these will be finished at some point. Let's put in a few more. We do have the manpower. There's also all of these doctrines get researched now. It will take us forever to get to a certain standard, because the land combat experience is not good enough. Well, let's help with that, won't we? This forces the British to redeploy to northern India, which might just ease the pressure in Europe, or in northern Africa, really. And as we can see by his whopping experience gain, he will probably not get to skill level 4 anytime soon. he does find troops to bomb. Yeah. So, well, this is Iraqi troops, I think. Is it British? It's the British. Well, no, it's Iraqi troops. But I'm sure they'll continue down here at some point. Overall, this should make it much easier for the Italians to win back territory here. And it seems like there's a lot left to be conquered here. Including, this is Pakistan, Palestina. My bad. Palestina as well as Israel, you know. One can confuse countries from time to time. I'm not related to any American though, sorry. So this is all good. They arrived up here, out of supplies. Let's wait a little bit until they get their supplies. Put them at the border too, for good measure. They are not attached to any HQ up here. I guess they can go towards the army group. That's the closest that we have. It's not worth including an army, is it? And also we should probably prepare aviation. Naval bombers are without. I think this is what happens if you put them on convoy raiding in provinces that are outside of their scope. Like this. What? They just forget their order because it's outside of their range. Okay. That's alright. These guys can probably go up here. Do we have an airbase up here? No, we don't. But we have an airbase back here. That might just be in range. I don't want to have my bombers here. They will probably be run over by enemy interceptors, as well as... well, we might have secondary problems with runway cratering and stuff. Sure. Great idea. So, let's test something. They have 58 points of organization right now. If I attach them to the army group, still 58. So apparently this doesn't matter, at least from organization point of view. Don't we need to wait a day? Well, doesn't seem like it. Still, I think it's viable. Let's put him to the army group. I don't have it at the top of my head, but I think the army group is responsible for organization regain? Or is it just logistics? It might be logistics and this is organization regain. In any case, not a bad idea to attach them where they belong. So all of this stuff needs to be shipped over. Every single one of you. There's also a few troops here that do not seem to be attached. Yeah, that's an additional HQ. We will form this one later on. Garrison. Oh, Finland is mobilizing. I feel really threatened. So let's put this on a garrison corps in Guangzhou. Put somebody in here. And move on. People's Army advanced, that's fine. Oh. Well, finally. Okay, so we managed to get People's Army up to a certain standard. That's okay. This all looks reasonable, at least for now. Let's push the espionage a bit higher. Well... So, I said I wanted to start our plans in Japan. I think we should do that. Aviation's up here, organization is not up to It didn't regenerate yet from rebasing. So maybe let's wait for a few days at least to get that sorted. Shanghai and Hangzhou. Why did I do that? You know, now I'm looking for that one garrison. Well, down at the bottom. No surprises. We are very far away. Oh, it's not that far away from a great army, actually. That should be really great. So we can have a grand army by producing additional militia. I will not object to this. Also an interceptor. Well, is there an interceptor in here? Yes, it is. Is there an interceptor in here? This is bombers. So we will have an interceptor here. Not attach him to Beiping, but attach him to this guy. Jinan Army Group, which is aptly named after the province it is stationed in. This guy would be okay as an interceptor pilot, but he can do tank busting and stuff. Let's put him in anyway. And they are air intercepting in the entire province, if I'm not mistaken. Well, now they do. Yeah, and same for them, really. I will put them on air intercept mission, just in the province. So in case anyone comes and bombs here, they are fresh. The idea is to have some sort of staggered approach here. There's also interceptors here. So this up front here is really hard to intercept. I have my problems with that. But we can put them up front here. They will probably suffer a lot though. Rated support has been researched. Another stationed here. And as you can see, part of this province is over here. We can put air intercept on them. Now they should intercept some of the bombers that come in. We do not want your fuel, sorry. What's this? A garrison brigade. Let's put them here. Still some ways away from the Grand Army, but not that much anymore, actually. This is fine. They are still moving in. They don't contribute at all for now. So let's put them over here too. With strategic redeployment. And in the case of these guys, so somebody needs to hold the province. I guess. Three divisions down here. That should be fine. Nobody's in here. Why not? Well, seen from that perspective, there's an entire HQ here. That doesn't serve much purpose. Get over there. In case somebody comes in and moves in here, we might lose the battle though. Alright. And then I said, so I guess goal setting for today is to at least get some control over the stretch of territory here. They're still moving. Germany finally conquered Belgium. Well. Okay, so we got that settled now. Can you maybe get Yugoslavia done too? How are you doing? Still doing great. Only keep people without supplies, it seems. Okay. This isn't settled yet. So all of these need a new HQ. We will name it Nunning Militia Corps. Because it's been founded here. We will need to see if we find a logistics wizard like this guy. And then they can also be shipped over. Yeah, let's put them to the Yunnan army. So all of this needs to be loaded onto a ship and shipped over. That's really annoying to do, because we only have one transport ship, so it might take a while. To be fair, there's not much risk involved though. Great. Next two. And given that it's all militia, we can't put two of them on one transport ship. The HQs will not fit. We will need to do this one by one for them. This is fine. Put them in here. Here I know where they are. No, I do not want to unmount them. Oh, they're already on the way. So cavalry up at the border in Japan will probably be repositioned now. Spies are dropping. What's going on there? Doesn't seem to be anyone in particular. For now. I feel like their convoy raiding is getting useless. They don't find anyone. That's it. Well, there might be a lot of convoys between the isles at some point. So we will put them over here. We need interceptors for this province though. Is there anyone available? You guys, for example. Because in case we declare war on Japan, we obviously want the supply convoys towards towards Taiwan to be intercepted and getting bombed. So we will air intercept here, at least within our own territory. And we will try to raid for convoys here. The entire coastline seems fine. They will try to reschedule the way their convoys are put up. The AI does this by itself, or the human player as well as somebody else. But in the end, they need to go through the hopper here. So bombing them here is totally fine. On the other hand, if we pick up on some different convoys, that's fine too. Great. There's no connection to this anyway. Not that it matters much. So up here we can use all forces that are not garrisons. We can basically use them to attack. Because we have the garrisons to secure the front line. And they are, I wouldn't say hardened necessarily, but they are definitely hard enough to be a force to be reckoned with in case you want to get through them. So that's fine. Should be no problem. The Yunnan army here is also destined to go to a ship. immediately. This is militia corps. Can also cross over. Yeah, preparations. So I need more transport ships, obviously. Also for the Japan situation. Might as well build some, right? Let's build 2 additional transports. Or maybe make it 5. It's a very low priority though. I can deal with those right now. And now I think every militia that's left here. Which is quite a few, but we will get it done in this episode. Pinky promise. Soviet Union is mobilizing. Well, in that case. We know where this is going, right? Great. Some upgrade for the cavalry. Oh well. Okay. In case you're wondering why there's no infrastructure built in here yet, we do not have the technology. We're waiting for industrial production and efficiency. So that's on me too. In case you watch this later on and you didn't start your own save with Nationalist China just yet. In case you want to do that, first of all, the game should be really cheap these days. It's 10 years old after all, so you can get it on Steam or on GOG. Personally, I prefer the GOG release, but that's just because it ran without a problem on Windows 10. I cannot say the same for the Steam release. In my case, that is. Where's the garrison? Here. The rest of them, we can move them. Done here. Yeah, but in case you do this later on, I think industrial production and efficiency, even though you don't have construction practical, is probably a good idea to include. Where's all the militia? Oh. We just relocated all the militia corps. So I guess I will put the militia down here. Give me a second. Yeah, my bad. Okay, I see. This is militia brigades. Sure, we can use them over there. There will be something. Not rebased. Transport. Let's transport them over there. Keep this HQ here just for a second. This is a garrison. This garrison can go here. No problem. We will attach it to the local garrison corps. Alright. Got that sorted. All of these militias, they were destined to be up here. Which is pretty fantastic. Sure, put them to the HQ for now. What's the closest province of importance in the Soviet Union here? Alma-Ata, apparently. Why not? Let's put him in here. Doesn't matter much. We shouldn't be that far off of a great army at this point. Okay. Well, now let's relocate all of these. Obviously, down here. Because this is a victory point after all, and there's energy in here. But it's more likely that they will just protect the border. Parts of it anyway. How far until a great army? Okay, another 100. Well, we build a lot of garrisons, so we might just get there. And the militia that we had here... Oh, come on. Yeah. So it should be an HQ. This one should be the 2 militia divisions. These 2. Seriously. I think there was a way to include them. I'll figure it out once the others have left the province. The stuff up here seems fine. Some of these infantry divisions really need additional brigades, don't they? We never built those. So this is clearly an infantry division. Infantry means he gets an anti-air and 2 infantry brigades. A bit late for that. We'll still do it. 2 infantry, 1 anti-air. Here it is. Well, the anti-air will be finished much faster. He's got what he needs. He's got nothing. I guess in the case of mountaineers, we could attach mountaineers to the HQ. Or we just give him additional infantry. It's probably better with the infantry, right? We do not... Mountaineers are highly specialized. So combining them with an HQ is probably not that good of an idea. They will not attack. Let's do this again. And put some anti-aircraft to the Mountaineers too. What? Oh noes! Well, okay, I don't care. Let them have that territory. Doesn't matter much. I'm okay with that. I said I wanted to figure out this stuff. I think it goes like this. You need to merge these. Then you need to include them this way. There we go. We got it. Okay, this entire force's responsibility is to go into Siam. At some point. Let's look at the British territories over here for a second. This is moderately interesting, I think. These 3 need to guard the river here. This stuff. There does not seem to be much defending going on here. So, let's get in there. And over here, tactical bombers are more or less regenerated, at least a little bit. Spies seem to be dropping like flies. So, obviously I have no idea about that, but it doesn't seem like it's a good, a reasonable career choice, in case you want to live a long life. So, please don't do any espionage. So many garrisons for the core. Oh. There's not even the core down here yet. I guess Hong Kong needs one. Sure. Hong Kong Garrison Corps. There we go. Okay. So we will get Indochina done. All of this is good. Officer ratio is increasing ever so slightly. We probably need these two. Hmm. What the hell's going on with the spies? Nah. I'd rather not rely on a transport ship. Let's have a look at the infrastructure here. So this is the first area that we need to cover. Put one of these. Put them here. As I said, put them here. And we will assemble troops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That shouldn't be a problem to cover that. And their technology is probably way below ours. So shouldn't be a problem to conquer them either. We will actually conquer them and release them later on. After we've wrapped up this stuff down here. Well, to be fair, we can release them once we have all the provinces conquered here. There's something around here. I think up here, maybe. Yeah, here. So this part of the British Empire needs to be conquered too. Shouldn't be much of a problem, though. And there's an airbase here in Mandalay. That's kind of an important one, because it opens the access to further bombing over here until we get to Calcutta. See, this takes ages. Okay. We are prepared for an invasion of Japan, though. We do not have that many spies. I don't like that. Officer ratio is okay. That's all fine. I'll leave this in. Far away from radar stations. Where does this scouting come from? Well, who knows. So they can be here now. That's okay. Have a look at infrastructure again. So this is all the provinces that we need to protect. This guy has some combat units with him anyway. So let's stretch him a little bit. That should settle the affair with this province. Alright. Let's put him in the right positions too. So we need somebody to go down. This is here. We also need somebody to be around here. Say here. That's you. Anyone without an assignment? I don't think so. No. Also, some of this technology will be finished pretty soon. Oil refining, steel production, coal processing, and coal to oil conversion. There will be some sort of pushing effect here once we finish oil refining in 10 days. The other ones will be pushed forward a little bit due to additional experience in chemical engineering. That's okay. Naval bombers will finally be finished at some point, so then we can build our own. We would give them money for fuel. I don't think so. I don't mind being reliant on our own resources at this point. Seems like we're okay. Especially due to the resources provided by Indochina. Even though Indochina is not our core territory. That tells you something about the amount of rare materials in there. We should find some really nice spots here. 3.0. It's basically all down here though. It's basically all in Saigon. Oh, that's for destroyers. Not bad. Which reminds me. No, destroyer technology is not yet researched. We're not doing this yet. We might though. We built the German ones right now, don't we? Yeah, we build the German ones right now. Still do not want to buy fuel. Thank you very much. So they get sorted over here. The Japan situation can more or less be started. In case we want to do it. This stuff seems dangerous for them. Especially as they probably won't stand a chance to attack this province. Put one over here, let's put these over here, stretch them out a little bit. All of these are going forward. There's a garrison brigade, a naval bomber has been finished, which is fantastic. Garrison brigade goes in here. How much until Great Army? We're at 699, so 101. I will probably not count. I'll just wait for it. It's only about the organization regain rate though. Organization regain rate is really important. Base leadership is basically useless. Well, not useless, but not worth much. The amount is just tiny. Well, okay. So I'm quite happy that we didn't have any problems with subs, for example. And I think we will have a chance to supply Indochina throughout the land bridge in the future. But Japanese submarines might be a problem in the future. I don't think they have many, but we will encounter some of them, especially if we use transport fleets. So our convoys will be raided at some point. So that's why I tend to keep the convoys at a bare minimum. And as you can see, there's some transports going on here. We will have problems with that. This is maxed. That's not maxed. Oil refining. Do we need this on 1940s level? Or 41? Probably not. At least not right now. So now steel production finishes at the 30th of June. So it got pushed forward a whole day. Technically, I was right. In the end, though, it doesn't matter much. Okay. This has all been sorted more or less. You guys can go down there. The non-aggression pact against the Sheep fronts runs out at some point. It expires in 43. Oh, it may be broken in September. Okay. Well, doesn't matter. I don't think we have anything to do with Vichy France right now. So that's okay. What's happening here? Still going into these provinces. See? Takes them forever, as I told you. This guy can move forward a little bit. This entire core had nothing to do. Army group is fine. Yeah, they can all go. I don't know. We can probably put them to the west and try to conquer Pakistan in entirety, just to release them, really. There's also Pakistan over here. I need a lesson in geography. Is Pakistan twofold? That doesn't seem reasonable to me. Militia brigade, where is it? I can't seem to find any right now. And we cannot deploy militia here, so... But we need it over here, don't we? Yeah, for example here. Or up here. Come in here. Get over here. Nope. There's also a militia needs down here. Well... 134%. I'm somehow willing to wait for 140. On the other hand, I don't think it's viable. All of these garrisons will be ready pretty soon. Few more AA guns. That will not take much longer. Steel production. That will dampen some of the decline here, not that it matters much. Should probably research this. This already overlaps into the next year. Sure, it will be included later on anyway. So that's okay. Also the electronic computing machine as soon as we can do that. Nope. We would have the capability to build real battleships. At least some of it. Oh, also radar. This stuff can be really important. Okay. Garrisons? This is all prepared. The Japan situation is prepared, more or less. This is Liberia offering fuel again. You can be here. Now we got this sorted. I will probably miss some spot where we desperately need some garrison here. Probably these. Yeah. But it's more or less okay. The majority of the Japanese will be busy anyway. If we face an invasion, we will just deal with it. It's highly likely though that we will not face an invasion at all. Or if we do, we might be able to fight for a long time against any attempt of an invasion. That said, Japanese technology will be up to a certain standard, and ours isn't. Our upgrades are within the 150 industrial capacity and upgrades. And some of these might run on repeated basis. They will cycle through this. So it might take forever. So maybe start with Siam anyway. These troops are more or less assembled. We should probably start with Siam, come to think of it. They are weaker than the Japanese. Or we just do them both, right? Whatever, we'll decide next episode. So that's it for today's episode. As you can see, not much changed other than security in Indochina. So I guess it's Indochina and beyond. And that's the title of the episode. I will see you all next time, and in case you want to follow along, there should be a playlist somewhere. It's here. Should be a playlist on the other side, up here. And, you know, a link to the channel in case you want to watch some of the other videos. That's not true, it's not a playlist. It's the next episode. Whatever, you know, still trying to figure that stuff out. See you next time. Bye.